Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. We got ourselves a beautiful morning in North Carolina. It's gonna be sunny today. Here are the guys. We're gonna make this happen. Jason, tell me, what brought you here? How did I end up from central Pennsylvania coming down here to North Carolina to do a build?
Well, I had an interest in putting a water feature here at my shop, and I've watched you guys' channel for a little while, and I was interested in having something here, and I just asked Ben a couple of questions of, you know, what components are going here, and then the next thing I know, Ben's like, I'll help you put it in, and I was like, okay, come on.
How cool is that? When Jason reached out to me, I was like, man, it's winter time, and I'm sitting at home wishing I could be building, because the place we live gets snow and ice, and it sucks there. Don't move there. So I was like, yeah, I just love to come down and help him. So this is what, the entrance to your shop, and we got a pretty busy road here, and you're kind of dabbling into the water features. You put a few in. You'd like, no one really in the area does anything like this, right? Right. And so one of the best ways to show people, hey, that I'd like to start doing this is what we can do, is put in a display. So I'm proud of him for spending the money. And
no better place to learn than from the masters.
he gets a little reckless with his praise though, but if I were to take that, I'd have to hand it off to Weston, and I ain't gonna do that, because we all know that he's not good after all. He just got lucky every then and again. Okay, we're gonna put in, what size liner do we have? It's like a
25 by 35.
25 by 35. We're gonna put in, I don't know, what can we build with that? 16, 20 foot, pondless, something like that. We're gonna have more dirt coming in here. I wanna get some good view from all directions. So I'm thinking like this bottom falls, multi-tiered water going left and right and straight ahead, lots of action. Maybe a second falls pointed to that side, and then as we get up to the top, like a super tall, dramatic waterfall, maybe to catch the upper end of the road. So that's the plan. We got a bunch of really nice boulders here. I think it's gonna be a good day. Well, I was going to do 10 o'clock update, and then a lunchtime update, and then a before we leave update, and here it is, 5 o'clock. It's starting to get dark. I still need to go hunt moss. I did run time lapse, so that ought to count for something, but let me show you the rock pile we got. I was gonna initially make this one wider down here, but our basin kind of locked us in. The basin wasn't super wide, and so, yeah, I got something that worked. We're gonna have water spilling onto here, hopefully getting some stuff going this way. Just a pure sheet here. Got a little gusher coming in here that it's gonna get my signature horsetail move coming in the side. So that's what we got here. This one is just, it's super wide. I'm not done doing all the spillway stuff, but there's gonna be action. I'm gonna do a little bit of foaming and rock work in here. This one's gonna be very visual from that part of the road there, and then this all is going to get foamed off and rock work put in there. So there's this hike and this hike and this hike. They're all going to be a spillway out here, spillway into here, spillway into here, then a little bit of a lower pool, and then we're going to have some crazy stuff going on here. Water coming there, water coming there. I hope we have enough of water flow for all of that. And we have a big pooling area up here. Get some lights in here. This will all be pooling area. Then I'll pinch it off real tight right here so we can get some current. And y'all know already, if you've been watching the channel, if I run a bead of foam along there so the water can't get underneath that rock, it's really gonna push it through here. That'll create like a real current through there. And then we are working on the final masterpiece. We wanted a lot of height here, so y'all can see it from the top of the road there. So that's gonna spill over here. It's like a 30-inch drop, 35-inch drop coming down in here. I'm not done piecing in all the rock work yet, but I think this is gonna look really awesome. I think it's a lot. We had 6 guys here today. There was some teaching sessions and we were hustling pretty good. I'm happy with it. I think if we push, we can maybe have water running by lunchtime tomorrow. But no one's gonna be sitting around, I'll tell you that. Any apprehension, Jason? Are you freaked out about this?
None. This went very smoothly today. A lot more has happened than I thought would happen.
Good.
It's been a great day.
Jason was a champ and had made sure that everything we needed was here. And that's kind of on these 2-day projects, that's a deal breaker. You get down here and all of a sudden it's like, well, it's gonna go 3 hours until the rock comes and 2 hours until the gravel. That's a problem, yeah. But we kept it rolling today. See y'all in the morning. So the goal was to have water running by 2 o'clock so I can get home before it's tomorrow morning. And it is 1:37. I am beyond proud of the guys here. They caught on quickly and we got a lot of work done in a day and a half. I think it ended up being like 20-some feet long, 21 feet long. We got a big pooling area there that I'm testing the foam with the garden hose right now, which looks really good. I'd say that foam job was great because we got water spilling over the edge here. By the way, that's how I test, like, if my foam job can hold a garden hose, it's good enough. I just love that row of rocks there. It melts together so well. You can barely see where one rock starts and the other rock stops. That's one rock ledge. You know what I mean, Jason? It seems like they just blend together. And the fact that we've got this little pool that's a little bit lower here in the middle, I don't know why, but that makes my eyes happy. There's probably going to be some critiquing to these falls once I plug it in. I'm going to trim this down. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to change this a little bit. But for now, the only way to move ahead with that is to run it and see if it looks the way I think it will. This will be another big pooling area in here. This, I think, is going to be super impressive. We were one light short. I'd like to tuck a 3-watt light or back in that corner and light up this falls. I'm really excited to see that. That's going to have a super heavy thread of water coming over it. Spillways are tucked back in there, nice and neat, super invisible. There is going to be a lot of mounding. We ran out of dirt. Jason's going to be bringing in more dirt. We're going to extend this mound. Right now, that looks like too much of a volcano for me. It's just build up real high there. So he's going to bring in a lot more dirt and make that grade a little bit more gradual, work in some boulders, do some landscape, help that transition out. But for now, it's good enough to do what we all wanted to do ever since we started, and that's plug this baby in. All right, who's ready to plug it in?
Plug it in.
All right, let's plug it in. One of Jason's guys, John, put in the dosing system, mounted on pumps, the lighting transformer. All that happy stuff is right there. All right, let's see what she looks like. Here it comes. Look at that. I love it. I love this little tail right there. Shoots out farther than all the rest. That is exactly what I was envisioning. You think that's gonna look cool from up there?
For sure.
And look how it pulls through that trough. That's just what I was looking for. We got some current ripping through there. I love to choke that channel down. That's going to slow down some as the pool fills up. Like I figured, this spillway is just a little bit lower than the others, so I'm going to have water coming over there first. Hopefully I didn't build this too wide. I hope I didn't. I think it's going to look fine. I love what I'm seeing. Here she comes. Here she comes. See, I'm going to do a little bit of work here. I think that middle sheet I can definitely get the break better, but I love that little action from the side. It's just going to be sweet. Definitely need to do a little work on this falls, which I knew I was going to have to. And even that top one could use a little bit of TLC. All right, this is the part where I cut to the B-roll. It's going to be awesome.